Hello, Oklahoma BPA, and thank you for attending this year's BPA updates that were presented first at Oklahoma Summit on August 2nd, but we are going to record them so that everyone can hear them today. Okay, so first up, I have a message from some of your state officers. I'm going to play that now for you all.
Hey, Oklahoma BPA, we just wanted to take a quick moment to welcome you into the 2022-2023 school year. We are so excited to have you in our organization.
We're looking forward to our best year yet.
Okay, so before we dive into the 2022-2023 school year, I did want to go over this past year and make sure everyone is up to date in what we did. So first of all, we're going to talk about our membership from the 2021-2022 year. Our membership was up by 600. We're not back up to our pre-COVID numbers, but at 5,686 members this last year, we're feeling pretty good about how we are moving forward. And that is thanks to all of our wonderful local advisors who are promoting BPA in the classroom. We sit at 250 chapters. If you're noticing that that number has gone down from years in the past, we did not lose chapters. What we did was simply went through the system and cleaned up duplicate chapters and chapters that have been inactive for over 5 years. So what we're doing is really getting a better picture at our active chapters and what we have currently in the state. We are still the third largest state in the BPA nation, and we sit first largest for post-secondary membership. So that is awesome. And that's thanks to all of you as well. And what that does is we have 3 votes when we get to go to vote in any corporate meetings at BPA. That's where we change bylaws and things like that. So because you all represent us so well in mid-level, secondary, and post-secondary, we are able to represent Oklahoma with 3 votes for any changes that come up at a national level. So thank you again for everyone who contributed to our membership this last year. I'm hoping that we can continue to increase and get back to where we were sitting in 2019. Okay, so fall leadership last year, we had 1,324 BPA attendees. We debuted a new schedule. I didn't hear any complaints, so if you have one, feel free to email me. But we loved having one session. We combined our opening and our closing sessions into one in the middle of the day. And then we offered community service in the afternoon, which worked out really well. The students were able to do some hands-on activities. And then if you had a reason that you need to leave, maybe you get back to school for buses or athletics or something like that, you were able to come and go in the afternoon and not be held to a certain leaving time. Okay, state leadership conference. We had 1,286 attendees. We also debuted a new schedule there where we split out all of our events at Tulsa Tech Peoria on day 1. And then we held our presentation events at the Hyatt on day 2. So by splitting those, we were able to lessen the load on our graders and our scoring room and just give more time. It also allowed our staff to be available at both locations, and we were able to get rid of all of our busing and things like that. So a lot of great changes. It was received very well, so we plan on doing that again this year. We offered 106 events, and that is a lot of events, but we do pride ourselves in Oklahoma that we offer every single event that is available to all of our BPA members in each division. We did get to bring back our mid-level competition day. It was the 3rd one, and after a little break from COVID. So we were able to have about 50 middle level students in Stillwater at the state agency, and they came and got to compete. I think that we only had 1 or 2 competitions that didn't have anyone in them. So it was a great year to see all of our middle level students and all that they offer. Okay, National Leadership Conference. We took 332 Oklahoma attendees to Dallas this last year. That was 71 unique chapters that represented us. We gained 14 Ambassador Torch Level Awards. That's the highest level with 70 points in each category. And we brought home 55 BPA Cares awards and certificates. And we had 21 first place winners this last year. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with what we did at National Leadership Conference. And thank you to all of those awesome chapter advisors and students who helped us get there and made Oklahoma look great at the national level. Okay, so let's talk about this next school year. That's why we're here, right? So this year you all have a fantastic team of state officers representing you. They are available for chapter visits at any point in time in the year. There's a form on the website, or you can simply email me if you want to get in touch with one of them, but I will introduce you to them from one side to the other. So we're going to start with Carter Clark from Stratford High School. And then we have Lorelei Bonham from Canadian Valley, Yukon. We have Gavin Cooper from North Rock Creek High School. We have Sarah Christensen from Pauls Valley High School. We have Bradley Abney from Stratford Middle School. We have Cameron Thornton from Central Tech Drumright. And we have Zoe Howry from Canadian Valley Chickasha. Okay, and that marketing video that we made last year is still available to all of you on our website, on YouTube, and on our social media platforms. So please feel free to grab those at any point and use them throughout the year. They can be used for students, advisory committees, administration, teachers, whoever you want to advertise BPA to, and kind of give them a little bit about what it's about. Okay, so videos that you are waiting for and videos that we plan to get to you. All of these I hope to have prior to September 1, so stay tuned for those. We'll have the Oklahoma BPA membership recruitment video, so that'll be membership specific from Oklahoma, and our state officers are working on that now. We will have a fall leadership conference promo video out for you, and then we'll also be advertising the national BPA promo video when they get that finished. And then we are currently working with a fantastic group of our alumni state officers who are going to be helping us create some marketing materials for you all. So that's going to include some videos. Those we may not have by September 1st, but know that we are working. We met this last week, and we are excited to be getting resources from our alumni that can benefit almost all of our stakeholder areas. So we're very excited about that. Okay, so before we get too deep into this presentation, I want to remind you all that I am here for you. It is my job to support you. It is something that I love doing. I thoroughly enjoy providing teacher support and helping you brainstorm and solve problems and everything that comes with that. I know everyone, when they email me, always starts out, I know you're busy, but don't ever feel like I am too busy to answer your questions. I want to help you. I do not want this to be stressful for you. Please use me as a resource. My email is right there. My office phone number is right there. It is typically forwarding to my cell phone. So please, please, please reach out. I talk to a lot of you on deadline days, at 10 o'clock at night and at conferences at all hours of the day. So please use me as your resource. I want to make this BPA experience for you and your students the most wonderful that it can be. Okay, so something new that we're doing this year is training, and that'll be held at the Oklahoma Department of Career Tech in Stillwater. That's going to be September 1st at 9 a.m. And it's going to go till about 4. The week of August 8th, I will be sending out some registration information and in a sample agenda and things like that. This is all day. We're going to have some roundtable opportunities for you, some professional development, both for new teachers and for advisors who have been in the classroom for several years. And then we'll also be able to give you some more membership year updates with the membership year at a national level starting on September 1st. A lot of those updates will be coming from the National Center closer to that time. So I'll be able to share those more than I can at this time. Okay, dues this year will be $20 total for our secondary and post-secondary. Remember, you have to pay state and national together. Local dues are a decision of that chapter. So whether you have a local dues amount or not is up to you. Please remember to send that whole dues amount, national and state dues, to National BPA. They will then cut Oklahoma BPA a check for their portion. If you have questions about that, please let me know, but we are so thankful that dues have not gone up in price. We are able to maintain that same price that we have for several years now. Okay, so if you are a fully funded by Career Tech K-12 school, you have the opportunity per program to have 20 funded members. So that means that even if you have 2 or more teachers at your school, each funded program, each funded teacher will get 20 student members included in there, and that's what you can pay from your Career Tech funds. So the way that that works is you'll put everything into the membership system as you would normally, and then you'll get to turn in that $400 invoice to be paid from your Career Tech funds. Now, if you only have 15 members, you're still going to get that $400 invoice. And then throughout the year, you can add those extra 5 without getting invoiced again. When you hit the 21st student member, you will have to start paying from a different kind of fund. So your activity fund or fundraising or something like that. But each funded program, funded PID, gets 20 members paid for from their Career Tech funding. So this is a wonderful thing that we like to offer. Remember that you must choose between your middle level chapter or your secondary. If you're doing both, you cannot combine those. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. I'm happy to walk you through this great resource. I would like to point out that it is just for student memberships and teachers cannot be added to it. Okay, wonderful, wonderful news is that Dodgers Day is September 28th this year. Because we brought so many students this last year, they were able to secure a later date for us for their very last game. And that game is going to be at 12:05 p.m. However, we want you to arrive at 9:45 a.m. for a talk at 10. So if you can do that, we'll have our hour-long panel with Dodgers executives. I know last year we had the marketing executive and some people from their business administration office and things like that. So those are $13 per person. That includes a hat, your ticket to the game, and your ticket to the panel talk. You will have lunch between the talk and the game, or you will have time between the talk and the game to go get lunch, whether you want to leave and go get lunch downtown OKC or wait for concessions there at Dodger Stadium. You'll have time for that. And then you'll get to enjoy the game. You don't have to stay for the entire game. So if your school has to get back for bus routes or things like that, you'll be able to leave whenever you want. This is something that is a wonderful opportunity for your chapter. We get a great panel talk with those executives and things like that. And it lasts about an hour. And then the rest of the time is just perfect for chapter bonding. So I really encourage chapters to use this for recruitment. Your students don't have to be members when you bring them or anything like that. So it's a great way to preview what is possible through BPA. Okay, FLC, it will be in Norman this year. Registration is going to open up today on August 8th. So if you're watching this a little bit later, it will already be open. It's going to be $35 per person. That's going to include the t-shirt and FLC dollars for lunch, lanyard, workshops, all of that. We are going to stick to our schedule changes. I'm making a few minor adjustments with the workshops, but we're going to be sticking mainly to last year's schedule where we have workshops in the morning, one general session, and community service in the afternoon. Don't forget to be raising money for Oklahoma Special Olympics through Chain of Love. If you have questions on that, please let me know. We will have a spot on our website where you can look at that. And then I'm also happy to help your chapter brainstorm or get you connected to a chapter that has successfully completed Chain of Love to donate. Last year, we were able to donate about $6,000 to Oklahoma Special Olympics, and we hope to do something similar this year too. So again, FLC Norman, October 18th, we hope to see you there. State Leadership Conference will be in Tulsa again this year. The registration will open on January 12th. We will be doing our 3-day model just like we did last year with the 100 and 200 level events split from the presentation events. Day 1, we will host all of those kind of written and computer events. And then day 2, we will host the presentation, the paper test events, and the Dell events. All of the competitions will be offered. So come to that September 1st training that I talked about because I will be talking about all the changes and all the additions to the competitions being offered from nationals, but know that Oklahoma will offer every competition that is available. The opening session and awards venue. So up until last week, this was still in the air. However, we will be back at the Cox Convention Center as the PAC is still scheduling Broadway shows. Okay, so Tulsa SLC this year will be in Tulsa, March 6th through 8th. Okay, so the WASSUP, the Workplace Skills Assessment Program, all of our competitions released for 2022. We expect that national WASSUP guide to be released in September. We will revamp that for Oklahoma specific deadlines and things like that. And we will have that to you as always prior to Fall Leadership Conference in October. Okay, just a reminder that online practice tests will still be available to every member in Oklahoma for free. So once you get your members added in the online membership system, they will be able to access all of our online practice exams. And this is using the software engine that we use for our state testing. So it just gets them in there and gets them acclimated to the system that they'll be using for state competition. The national membership theme has been released, and it is Discover Your Purpose. We look forward to finding more about this throughout the year. You can check out the national BPA social media platforms for more information. They also released a video with it. So we're very excited to see how this is rolled out this year. And we will be enjoying this in Anaheim, California this year. So speaking of nationals in Anaheim, National Leadership Conference will be held in Anaheim, California. Hilton Anaheim will be the host hotel. That's where all the competitions will happen. The Marriott Anaheim and the Residence Inn will be overflow hotels. I will say that we were second in the rotation for hotels, and that I did request the Residence Inn, as I know that that is Oklahoma's favorite due to its ability to host 5 students in a room. It also has the little kitchens in it. It has a Pizza Hut downstairs, I believe, and then it serves free breakfast. It's also a little bit quieter so that you don't have to worry about the elevators being busy all the time and things like that. So it's a really great choice for our Oklahoma members. So I did request that as our #1 choice. I will let you know as soon as I know what our hotel is for Anaheim. Rooms will be around $265 plus tax. We know this year is going to be expensive with flights, with it being in California, with rooms, with just everything in general. So we're committed to providing as many prices ahead of time and as soon as we know them so that you can plan and fundraise if you have students who know they're going to be going, that you can get that going as soon as possible. So know that we are aware of that and we're going to be doing our very best. Your state officers are also still fundraising for NLC scholarships for students. And then I hope to be able to release first place stipends again. Those first place stipends are really dependent on how many people come to State Leadership Conference. So just a little plug that if you bring more students to State Leadership Conference, that we may be able to up those stipends just a little bit. A big change this year is that in nationals will be hosted in April. So we won't have to worry about nationals conflicting with Mother's Day this year, but it will be at the end of April, and that is April 26th through 30th. So that is a big change from our normal timeline. That also will mean that things like the deadline to register and the deadline for hotels will be moved up probably a little bit too. So just be aware of that as we move in. Everything will be communicated to you, but if you're a creature of habit, just note in your calendar that Nationals has moved weeks this year. I do want to give a big thank you to our Classroom Educator Advisory Council members, Athena Frank, Jonathan Gervasi, and Amy McClure. They went with me to Anaheim a couple of weeks ago, and they worked so hard getting all of our competitions at a national level ready. They serve on that committee, and they do wonderful work all year long. So very pleased to have these 3 individuals working for us. If you see them, say thank you. They help audit tests, they help with topics, they help just make sure that competitions are going to run smoothly for our members in this next membership year. Okay, so the reminders and updates I have for you today. Don't forget, this is my annual plug, that BPA is co-curricular. This means that everyone in your classes can be considered a local member. Whether I see them as a state paying member or not, I hope that you will consider them as a local member, whether they pay dues or not. Make it your BPA class, make your activities for, even if they are BPA specific, let everyone in your class do it. This not only helps market BPA, but it helps it be more inclusive. And it really emphasizes the fact that BPA is CoCurricular. Everyone in your class can participate in your local activities. So if you're doing a food run or something like that, don't just limit it to your BPA members, limit it to everyone in your class, everyone in your school even. And then everyone in your classes can learn about the organization. I say promote it as much as possible and promote it to everyone. Don't just save it for a meeting to promote it within your classes. Okay, our second year with the BPA Star Chapter Program, and we hope to have even more apply this year. So this is an award that is awarded at State Leadership Conference, and the time frame is measured from State Leadership Conference to the next State Leadership Conference. There are 4 levels, with the lowest being bronze and the highest being platinum. It does get harder to achieve as you advance. Platinum was made to be difficult. However, bronze was not. Bronze is basically if your chapter is abiding by Career Tech rules and doing everything it needs to be a BMITE Career Tech program, you should be able to win that bronze level. There's an online form closer to SLC that you'll need to fill out to win this award. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. We want this to be something that your chapter can use to get recognized, that you can present to your school boards and your administration to show off things that you are already doing and work that you're already putting in. Okay, just a reminder that we have our Oklahoma BPA online store. You can find that when you go to our website. There is a store option at the menu, on the menu bar. We have all of our merch that we have left over from past years, and we'll be adding new merchandise online again. We do ship that, and you can also pick it up in Stillwater. Okay, so membership registration system, that's really big this year, because if you have moved schools, or if you are new, or if you have started a new chapter, I need to know, please email me. This is going to ensure that you get communication from the very beginning of school. So please make sure I know if you have moved schools, if you are new, or if you have started a new chapter, so that we can get information to you as soon as possible. Okay, chapter planning. I thoroughly believe that every chapter is completely different and can thrive in a unique way. Please contact me if your chapter needs help getting off the ground, if it is struggling, or if it has been stagnant. I am happy to help you create a plan specific to your chapter, your community, your type of students, so that we can make sure that they are getting everything that they can out of BPA. I know that not every chapter is going to thrive in competition. Community service may be the best way for you. Let me know how I can help. You have to ask, but would be thrilled to help you individually with your chapters, so that we can make sure that every single Oklahoma BPA chapter is thriving. Okay, just another reminder, because I really want you all to attend this. September 1st in Stillwater at 9 a.m. to about 3:30. We're going to have advisor professional development, membership year updates, roundtables. We're going to make this a great day for you all, so that you can get this membership year started off right. Okay, if you have any questions, please visit our BPA website at bpaok.org. I do have it pulled up here. This is the page that you're going to find. There is one place that I want to show you. I mean, the whole website's helpful, but there are a couple of things that I want to show you. This information library, if you go right here to advisor quick links, you are going to find where I put most things. You are not going to find my information on CTU. I never want what I provide to you to be hidden behind a password. I want it to be easy to find, where you can get it on any computer you're at, and you don't have to remember any login information. So please check here if you have questions. This BMITE important dates. This is so important. If you download this, you're going to get when registrations open for conferences, when they close, when the refund deadline is, when deadlines are for things like the pin design contest or chain of love. So check this out. Very rarely do the dates on this important dates calendar change. The only reason they may change is if there's a weather related incident and I extend the date. We are never going to bump these dates up. We are always going to be sticking to them as best as possible. So please look at that. The other thing that I did want to show you is at the bottom of every single page on the website. There's our videos, by the way. We have future conference dates, but we also have this fantastic calendar where you can go in and you can check out what's going to be happening for the year. If you want to print it, you can. You don't have to. but we have it completely updated for you for the year. I do live update it, so I wouldn't encourage you to print the whole thing, but you can check on it from year to year. Your students can look at it. We have everything mapped out here so that you can kind of scroll through those dates and see what you need. I have some reminders at the top of each one, just little things to help you out as each date goes. Like I said, I'll add to it throughout the year, but it is here and it's just clickable on the footer of all of the pages of the website. I know that I mentioned the state officer visit form. So if you do want to do that, what you're going to do is go to the information library, state officer chapter visit form right here. And this wonderful little form that you can fill out. It is extensive just because I try to get as much information as possible so that we can get the right officer connected to you. You can select who you need. You can tell me what they need to wear, what they might be doing. Officers are a great way to help you recruit. They can help you with your officer installations. They can help you with social events or meetings. So please use them. They want to visit your chapter. Okay, that is all that I have for you today. I hope that you have a wonderful year. If you can, please join us on September 1st for our training. But if not, know that I am only an email or a phone call away. Have a wonderful year, BPA.